All right, how you guys? I know this title throws you off a little bit, but what I'm going to talk about is when I say no need to be fair or politically correct. I keep hearing black women so concerned that there's being a message preached to have black women date anybody but a black man. And I know the saying that, the mother line transmission and, the black women want the black woman to stay behind the community because but you know what? I don't think that is the whole entirety of the reason for every single 100% black woman that says that. I understand the mother line transmission. I understand that a lot of these women who want to build a bomb or build a man don't want to be by themselves because they know they're dealing with a bunch of people who are going to take their energy. And if other black women leave, there's nothing left for them to take any energy back from. They're going to be just zapped and dead. I actually made a video about that last year about they need your life force, women like that, because they keep giving their energy away to somebody who's not producing anything. And so they need to get the energy back from other black women who want to be a mule as well. Okay, so I did make an audio about that, but I don't think that's the reason for every single black woman that says that. And when I say every single black woman that says that, I'm talking about so concerned about this interracial dating. I tried to briefly look at I can't hardly look at these black YouTubers. That's why I said I only watch about 2 or 3 black women. I could not stand to watch. Sorry. I can't stand to watch more than 2 or 3 minutes of some of these ladies because I can't. I don't. I'm over the whole race stuff, the whole race and all that mess. I'm over it. Okay, but so she was providing some feedback on a particular swirler who's well known, popular YouTuber, and she was talking about is she trying to help black women? But she said her message is, and I'm just, I'm not about to defend anybody. I'm not about to say whether she's wrong or right. That's not what this is about. So she says, basically her message is just to leave black men alone, and the white man is the savior. Now, I'm over this whole white man and savior thing because black people have a problem with inferiority. If black people wasn't so doggone inferior, they would cut out the white man savior mess, because you didn't hear Asian women saying that, and they dated white men in droves, and you don't hear them talking about some white male savior. You only hear black people do that because they have very low self-esteem. I mean, I understand why, but the point is that's nobody else's fault. This white male savior stuff that keep coming out of people's mouths, when I don't know how Crystalline feel, that's who she's talking about. I don't know. I'm not going to speak for nobody else, but what I'm saying is that now that black women are starting to expand their options more, and black women are definitely dating more than white men, especially when they leave the United States. Obviously, the United States is filled with more white people. Okay, but a lot of times when they do leave the United States and go other places, they date other guys from other cultures. Okay, but the United States, the majority population is white. Okay. But what was I going to say? But yeah, this whole white male, the white man's not going to save you. Let me tell you, was with it, and I'm sidebarring, but I'm going to get back on it because this is not about defending anybody. This is about keep this saying that anytime a black woman decides, she wants to expand her options, the first thing a person seems to think about is a white man. I don't understand why. Okay. And then the next thought is that, the white man is not going to save you. I would have to close my ears. I cannot stand to hear people saying that. And don't get me wrong, maybe some black women feel that way, but check out those vlogs. If you ever get a chance, and I'm going to get back to the point in a second. Check out these vlogs. Look at Gabe Babe TV, and you tell me if he saved her or did he level up with Gabe Flowers. You tell me if Alex Ohanian did not level up with Serena Williams. Okay, now Eve leveled up with Maximilian, but with a lot of these black women, I'm seeing that a lot of white men. Even when I dated a white man, it was like early 2000s, like 2002. Even when I was with him, he leveled up with me. He leveled up with me. Okay, so they need to quit this whole white male savior stuff. The only reason why they keep talking about a white male savior is because they themselves have an inferiority complex and they want to project that on other people. Now let me get to the point. So first thing she said was, oh, basically her message is, and this is she's critiquing CK, and she has a right to her own opinion, so I'm not upset with nobody's opinion. And like I said, this is not about me defending nobody, because I can't defend anybody. I don't I don't know people well enough to defend them. I can only defend myself. At this point, I learned I can't defend anybody but myself, because I'm the only person I know. Everybody else, including my own mother, my brother, whoever, I mean, and I learned that I could not defend anybody because of what I found out about my own family that I've known for about over 40 years, and the stuff I learned about them made me realize you can never defend anybody. The only person you know is yourself, and that's it. So that's why. But anyway, so she says basically CK's message is to just not date black men. Here's what I got to say about this political correct and fair and balanced mess. Why do you care about if black women date black men or not? And that's why I get to the point where I say it's not always about black women just want a other black women to stay behind. I think it is this. I think it is a level of indoctrination to feel like you have to still be fair and balanced and be politically correct and constantly consider the black man, even though he don't consider black women. I mean, look at what's happening with this reality show that's about to be kicked off with B. Smith and Dan and this white lady. Look at this reality show that's about to be kicked off, and you don't hear black men saying a word. They don't consider black women, but black women, like I said, I can't say one for all. So like I said, I can't say it's a motherline transmission for 100% of the black women who say stupid stuff like this. But it is definitely a majority. But I think a lot of it is that black women, just like Chrissy used to do, and she came clean about that she used to be fair and balanced, just like Chrissy used to do. Some black women just feel this need to be politically correct when black men are far from politically correct when it comes to black women. So, and black women feel like they have to be fair and balanced, just how Chrissy used to be. Okay, and now she's come up out of it. So that's why I say it's not always the same reason that every single black woman do stuff like this, but yeah, why care? If her message is to not date black men, who cares? My thing is, who cares? Are black men thinking about black women right now? Are black men speaking about this show, reality show that's about to be kicked off on Bravo with B. Smith and this man with his white mistress? And yeah, it does matter that the lady is white. Not that I really care about that kind of stuff, but it is they did get the green light because that lady is a white woman, and it's a smack in the face to black women. Reason why is because number one, a black woman can't get away with having an affair with a white man, and he's doing this to his ailing white wife. I mean, she would be called. You think white women won't see race? You think white women won't see that that's a black woman? A woman, or I had B. Smith invited a white man in, and Dan was the one with Alzheimer's. You think black men would have called her a bed wench, every name in the book? And not only would they have called her a bed wench, they would have attacked every other black woman for what B. Smith did, had B. Smith been Dan doing this with a white man. Okay, they would have not only hopped on B. Smith, they would have hopped on every black woman they can hop on. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about, this political correct mess when it comes to dating. Who cares if somebody's message is never to date black men? Why are people so concerned with who dates black men? Black men who look at all the white women they dating. And I see it all the time. I rarely see black men with black women unless I'm in a black neighborhood, unless I'm in South Central, unless I'm in Compton, unless I'm in Inglewood. If I'm in Santa Monica, if I'm in Culver City, sometimes I see black people together. because that's kind of a still mixed area, But if I'm in Santa Monica, if I'm in what else, Venice, anywhere that's considered a nice area in Los Angeles County. Even when I went to Jamaica, I might have saw a couple of black couples, and the rest of it were black men with non-black women. So why is there such a concern about what if her message? And I'm not saying if that's not her mess. I'm not saying that's her message. But so what if her message was to not really deal with black men? So what? Okay, what she's not going to do is what I've learned from just being subscribed to her over the years. I'm just listening to her because I haven't really had a chance to listen to too many people lately, because I'm fighting so hard to get everything I want, and I'm tired of being delayed. So I haven't been keeping up with too many people lately. But her message is not to help black women get a black man. That's not a hard thing to do. Black women don't have a hard time getting pregnant by black men. There's a 77% out of wedlock birth rate. So she doesn't. See, the thing is, nobody needs a black woman, especially don't need to be trying to help black women get a black man. That don't need to be, especially when it comes to wanting to get married and marry up. And we're looking at a collective of men who do not want to marry black women. Okay. So what if the message is, or what if the message is not to really deal with black men? So what? Why is there such a concern? These guys, whoever they want to anyway. So, I mean, this fair and balanced and politically correct stuff needs to quit. Okay. But anyway, yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Being so concerned and being so concerned with who hates black men. Who cares? Who cares? See, why? They not concerned with who hates black women. They weren't concerned about the 64,000 black women that went missing. They not concerned about all those black women and children that went missing after that Flint water crisis. A lot of black women and children went missing. You don't see them concerned. Why so much concern about who hates black men? Why so much concern about who's not going to date black men? I see in public all the time, black men date whoever the heck they want to date. I see them all the time. So why care? If somebody's not promoting black relationships, she don't need to, or nobody else. But like I said, this is not to take up for anybody, but this is to talk about what I see so many black women do. They try to still be so politically correct. They still try to appease the male. Talking about criticizing black women who just don't want to date a black man. So what? Maybe that's just not what they want. Don't you hear a lot of black women say that they have a preference, and a lot of times it's not for black women? You hear that all the time. So if you hear a black woman say that she's never been attracted to a black man, so what? Why care? Why do you care? Why do you care if a black woman say that she hates black men? Why do you care? And I'm talking about a lot of black women that keep seeming to want to have this concern about how people feel about black men, but don't care about how people feel about black women, and everybody smack black women around, including other black women. Okay? So why care? I said you got to care about yourself first. You got to love yourself first before you can love anybody else. I wouldn't care nothing about what's happened to another group of people until I can care about myself. And so that's all I got to say about that. Worried about who's hated. And see, here's the thing, okay? See, black women are criticized for hating. Now, I don't hate black men, but I'm not going to judge another black woman who does hate a black man because I don't know her experience with them. The same way you got a lot of black people from those baby boomer generations, and before that, like my grandmother's generation, I think that was called the silent generation. I'm not sure. Okay, my mother's generation is the baby boomer. I think she's a baby boomer. And I think before that was the silent generation, okay? You have a lot of people from those generations that absolutely hate white people. And because they were around during Jim Crow, they were around during slavery and all that stuff, especially my grandmother and great grandmother age. They were around during that time. And so they come out of it, they still hate white people. But guess what? When they say they hate white people, it seems like a lot of people understand why, because they know their history. But why are black women being criticized for hating black men? I don't know their experiences. A lot of these black women today, some of their biggest terrorists have been black men, not the white man, the black man. A lot of these girls have been gang raped. A lot of these girls have been molested by their fathers, their uncles, their cousins, got pregnant by them. Okay, so the same way the baby boomer generation and the silent generation had a right to hate white people because of their experience, and nobody can judge them. You can't really judge a black woman if she says she hate a black man, because you don't know what she's been through. Black women been through some horrible things. I mean, we know the CDC statistics. We know. So why? Who cares if a black woman say that she hate a black man? You don't know her experience. And all this about, well, not all black men are the same. Well, not all white people are the same. But you know what? If I was to say not all white people are the same, then I'll be some kind of white person apologist. I'll be some kind of sellout or a coon if I say that, because I'm supposed to believe all white people are the same. But you're not supposed to do that with black men. No, she has that feeling. And whether it's right or wrong, it does not matter. She feels like that because of something that she's been through. The same way you have a lot of black people who hate white people because of some experience they had. It's no different. But anyway, I'm just going to end that with this saying, stop worrying. It's just my opinion. Stop worrying about how people feel about black men. Stop worrying about black women if they say they don't want to date no black man. Who cares? Stop, stop worrying about if a black woman say that she hate black men. So what? So what? We had to hear for over a decade how much they hate us. We had to hear it for over a decade. So if you hear one or two black women say they hate a black man, so what? But anyway, and this is not me being bitter towards the black man. I'm getting sick. I'm really getting sick and tired of a lot of black women who keeps trying to be all fair and balanced and politically correct. That's what I'm sick of. I'm not really sick of the black man anymore because I'm clear on who he is. Who many of them are. I'm clear on that. So I'm not, this is not even towards a black man. I'm just really, turned off by a lot of these ladies that push these fair and balanced messages and this politically correct message, trying to call themselves looking out for the black man and, trying to appease the black man, and not all black men. Who cares about not all? Okay. So, but anyway, that's it, and I'll talk to you soon.